Let's make this wreath. What I love about this is that you can switch out the ribbons for each season. This one is obviously for fall. Here's a list of what you need for the wreath and the ribbon. If you're trying to make this super cheap, get a pool noodle, cut it the correct length. Hot glue both ends and then duct tape it together. Hold it there for 30 seconds to a minute. And I needed to put more duct tape on it, so go around it a few more times than I did. Attaching a piece across all of the tape will help keep it from moving. Okay, for the fun part, grab your marker and place it in the center of your filter. Then I grab the center of both sides and squish the rest of it together so it's covering the marker. Then you put a dollop of glue on the bottom of the filter, and we're going to start on the inside. Place and hold on the wreath for 5 seconds. Now we do it again. Make sure your glue stick is set on low if you have different setting, or it will melt the wreath. What I like to do is get a few of the filters out so they're easier to grab. I start going back and forth on both sides of our first filter. This gives the glue time to dry on the one you just did. So just keep doing this. After you do the center, then you're going to outline the outer part the exact same way. I start in the middle of the outside piece. It will cover the side so you don't have to go lower anything. Trust me. Once you're done outlining, then you hot glue around your wreath on both inner and outer edge for added support. This will be your back or wrong side. So then you'll flip it over and then you fill in the middle part. I had 4 to 5 rows between my outline rows, but just make sure you don't leave any holes. You want it nice and firm. And this is probably the time where you're wondering how long this takes to make. I would say 4 hours. It just depends on how fast you go, how long you leave it there to dry. This is a great project to do with a group of friends because you don't have to think too hard on this project and just enjoy talking the night away. We did this for a church activity and had so much fun. We also helped each other out and it went by real fast. And the last one. Now trim your filter so it's nice and even and it has a great shape. And it'll look like this. Now we glue 2 loops on the back to attach to your door and the ribbon. The larger one is for the ribbons and the smaller one is for your door. And I just cut into the wreath to make a little hole. And you put some glue in there. Then stuff the string in the hole. Hold it there for a few seconds and then glue around the string for even more support. Then you repeat for the other side and the other loop. And just be aware that if the nozzle is too hot, it will melt the wreath and make a larger hole than you want. This happened to me here, but it ended up working just fine. Now cut your ribbon. I cut at an angle at the ends, and the length is around 54 inches, but feel free to do it as long or as short as you want. This is a part where you can get creative. I've seen people who also do bows on the top. And I'm so sad that this is blurry, but you just wrap the yarn around and cinch it together. And then go on the back side to tie it in a knot. And then put your curtain clip through the yarn. Then cinch and close the hole, tie another knot, and cut your yarn ends. I used some different ribbon for this wreath than my first one, and it's so cute. Now that we've spent so much time and labor making this beautiful wreath, let's make sure it lasts and weatherproof the heck out of it. I just spray it everywhere. The front, the sides, top, bottom. And there you go. Can't wait to see how yours turns out. Please share with me on Instagram, the iKnits, or on Facebook, iKnits.